Okay, so I just got finished putting everything from the video that I was just recording on my computer and rearranging it. When this arrived in the mail, which was what I was expecting, it's the 600 watt power supply, one of the 3-4 power supplies I'm waiting on right now, and this arrived in the mail. This has no visible damages on the box. This is the Darkflash case that I ordered. I don't think I need to talk about it, because right away, I am not impressed. Overall, it's not the worst thing that I've seen so far. And the idea behind this case is kind of neat. But I don't know if I'm just having some really bad luck this week, or somehow or another everybody in quality control has been laid off because of the pandemic, but there's a giant gap right here. Snapping this piece back in does not work. It snaps right back out. You take this front panel off, it all looks like it's the same as it's supposed to be. Snap it back on. You start at the top. Now the bottom won't snap. Snap that side, and bam. A gap again. Something is pulling this thing out. Absolutely hate that. This part's kind of cool. I do like this. The front glass here, there is no screws holding it on, it's just magnetized, and you pop it open like so, and it's on a hinge here. This part, you can pop it off like this if you want to take it off there, and then it easily slides back on, like so, and just opens and closes that way. That's really cool, I like that. I like that it has the power supply shroud. I like that this entire front end is actually open. This is all mesh. And I like that you got a giant space right here in this not necessarily giant case that you could stuff, you know, a decent radiator in there, or some fans, whatever, you know, if you wanted to. And this back end back here does offer you decent amount of room to cable manage for, you know, considering that this is a budget case. And unlike the case from earlier, this one actually does have the hard drive cage in here. Granted, it's only one bay, but at least you don't have DLC for your case that you just bought. If you should so happen to want to go that route. They supplied a cloth in there for cleaning the glass. So that's cool. That's more than what the other one had in it. Overall, I'd say that, you know, they definitely included lots of extras and things that are really nice to have. But somewhere between the idea of this case and this case actually being delivered, something went wrong with this front panel here. It does not want to sit straight on here. There are no scuffs on any of the case. The case looks great. The magnetized filter here, white on that side, pink, matches the rest of the case. Yes, the case is pink and everything, so it's not a color mishap on the camera. It's an actual pink case. Cool. Haven't seen one like that before. Definitely liked the idea that that was a thing, because you get a kids. I have 4 girls, and if I was to put together a computer for what I've done, having more choices of colors to build in other than the standard black, white, whatever, is great. And this case was not an expensive case. It wasn't necessarily the cheap end of cases, but it was mid-range, and I expected better than that. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. This clearly a problem with this thing, but other than that, I did not expect this to be here today. This was supposed to arrive middle to end of next week, so I appreciate that it got here quickly and everything like that. I just wish that this was not an issue right now. This is the case that we ordered when we were trying to replace the other case that was damaged. And this one came in with a giant gap in it. So we're 0 for 2 now. And that's just terrible. But anyways, here's this case. I was just thinking of something. This little thing right here is a little tiny piece of thing. If you look on the inside, these little dots, or well, not dots, these little posts right here go into these smaller holes. So this one is already broken off somehow or another. So I figured maybe I'll go ahead and take that one off. See if that helps. At the very least, if I can make it sit flat against the thing, then perhaps we'll still use this case or whatever. Because like I said, nothing else is wrong with this case. Looks fine. It's great. I was really looking forward to putting something in here. But when I take that off, that definitely looks a lot better there. See if it stays when I snap the other side in. Because that was the problem. Snapping in both sides made it come out. But now, it seems to be fine. It does look like this part right here is not lined up super great. So, perhaps that may have been part of the reason why I was popping out, because this is a little bit out of line. But it does at least sit flush now. All I did was snap out the little plastic piece there. Which is sad, because it should have just worked. Like I said, this was a case that was supposed to be replacing a case that was damaged, and when this one came in, it was defective. So somebody somewhere has taken a vacation. That's 2 in a row that have issues. This one, I suppose, was far easier to fix than the other one. I didn't have to get out a thing and try to squeeze the case to make it straighten back out or anything, but still at the same time, the fact that I had to get out a pair of pliers and pop off one of the pieces that actually holds the front end together in order to make it sit right was definitely not a good thing at all. So, anyways, like I said, the case looks good outside of that. And now that that sits more or less flush, I'm okay with this case, even though it's not exactly straight. So we'll put some stuff in here as it comes in. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be here today, so I am happy that it came early. But wish it could have came more not defective. More not defective. That's the word we're going to use today. Anyways, just another little update. If you like this, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. That's the order they're in. Depending on how this video flips once it's uploaded. Maybe it's this way. Either way, thumbs up, thumbs down. Comment if you need to. And if you want to see more of what we do here, then get subscribed.